Welcome to the Commander Rehab Episode 1. This is the pilot episode to a new series where I show you the highlights from last week's stream, featuring me, you in the chat, and Mango, our amazing new editor. Patrons send me over 100 decks a month every month to handcraft their unique ideas. Here were the 3 most viewed ones on the Discord. First up, we have Landoran's Omnath, ripped from heaven. Landoran requested an awesome multicolor Vengeful Kami deck that uses Splice into Arcane and other original Kamigawa mechanics. But I got a little sidetracked as we started. Mango, look, roll the clip. This is just a window into my world, by the way. I'm sitting in a coffee shop and I'm looking through all of the Kami that the game have to offer. Dude, I'm getting so excited just talking about this right now. I need a moment. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know this. Oh God. I just want to thank you guys so much. I'm sorry. I got really overwhelmed. Thank you guys so much for letting me do this. I'm so thankful for this. Ladies and gentlemen, our commander is Omnath, Locus of All. I like to look at Omnath as the ultimate resurgence of the earth. So in this thematical sense, Omnath releases itself, leaking into the cosmos, peering into the omen paths, and pulling out all of the Kami that have been dispersed and kept away and locked in hell. If you would lose unspent mana, it would become black instead. So if we tap out with this card later in turns, you get more mana. And then it says at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colored mana symbols in the mana cost. If you do, add 3 mana in any combination of its colors and then put it into your hand. If you don't reveal it because it doesn't have 3 pips, you just put it into your hand. So it's a 4 mana commander because you can pay 2 life instead of paying the black. It's a 4 mana commander that then gives you 3 mana and a card every turn as long as you hit one of the ultimate Kami. Meaning on turn 3, we play Omnath, and on turn 4, we play an 8 mana Kami. And then the gifting starts. So let's talk about the Kami we have. So the first spirit is the Myojin of the Blooming Dawn. It says when it enters the battlefield, as long as you cast it, which we will be, it gets an indestructible counter. Then, remove an indestructible counter from it. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit token for each permanent you control. Then, Myojin of Cleansing Fire. It says it has the indestructible counter on it, but if you remove the divinity counter on it, which is just like the indestructible one we talked about earlier, destroy each other creature. Then we have Myojin of Cryptic Dreams. It says remove an indestructible counter from Myojin of Cryptic Dreams, copy target permanent spell 3 times. You're getting the gist now. We all see how insanely cool this is. Remove the divinity counter, destroy all lands. Remove the divinity counter, put any number of creature cards from your hand into play. It's Galta. It's sick. Myojin of Night's Reach, remove a divinity counter, each opponent discards their hand. Ugh. Myojin of Roaring Blades, it deals 7 damage up to 3 targets. Up to 3 targets. That means you can shoot 1 person for 21, which is just disgusting. Myojin of Seeing Winds. You remove a divinity counter, draw a card for each permanent you control, baby. And then Myojin of Towering Might. Remove the indestructible counter, put 8 +1/+1 counters on any number of target creatures you control, and then the game trample to end of turn. Guys, this is disgusting. And then whenever we cast one, because they are legendary, we will draw a card through Reiki, the history of Kamigawa, because he is the one telling our story. And then we have the Invoke cycle, Invoke Despair, because we have tons of black, so we want this. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and then a planeswalker. Oh, retro. Oh, retro. No, we don't. No, we don't, retro. This deck is definitely best shown by playing it. So if you're confused, wait, we're about to play it. Next, I include all of my favorite Splice into Arcane cards. Blessed Breath. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice till end of turn. you can splice onto Arcane. This means as you play any other Arcane spell, you can also show this card in your hand. You reveal it, and you still get the effect of the card. So you don't have to cast it. You just get to reveal it, and then it happens. And then you can do it every single time you cast an Arcane spell. We have Consuming Vortex, which is a bounce spell for that. Goryo's Vengeance. Return target legendary creature to the battlefield. It gets haste. Exile at the end of next end step. All right, guys. Let me show you how well this deck plays. Let me show you how hard I cooked. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not a good hand. It's not. This is a bad hand. I'm going to show you how there are no actual bad hands in this deck. There's just not. You can make any hand work in this deck. It's disgusting. So we'll draw for turn. We'll play Bloodstained Mire. Okay, this hand just got good. We drew a mana dork. I don't know what else to say. Sacrifice, Bloodstained Mire, Overgrown Tomb. Yes, Ignoble Hierarch. Next turn, Vault of Champions into Talisman. And then, if we want, if for some reason our Ignoble Hierarch gets killed, we could pay 2 to use Soul Survival to get it back to our hand. We don't need to do that, though. I doubt anyone's going to bolt our 1/1. We're probably fine. Next turn. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Play out the Elf. Pay 4 mana and 2 life. We've already paid 3 other life as well. Omnath comes down. Let's see what happens. That was turn. This is turn 3. Turn 3. Turn 4. We've now untapped. We've upkeeped and we've drawn. Now, Omnath says we look at the top card of our library and we can reveal it as long as it has 3 color pips. Boop. It's not. It's Blessed Breath. So, because it wasn't one of our Myojin, we get to put it in our hand and not reveal it. We'll play Cephalid Coliseum for turn. We are already at 7 mana. We're already 1 mana from playing the Myojin in our hand. But guess what? We're gonna tap all of our mana on our opponent's end step, and all the unspent mana turns into black mana. Yeah, so we're just gonna go into our next turn with 7 black mana. You know, no big deal. Next turn, reveal top card. We put a land in hand, whatever. Play a land for turn. We're gonna fetch. We're gonna get Hallowed Fountain, sure. And we're gonna just spend 1 mana, 1 colorless mana in our 7 black to play Myojin of Grim Betrayal. So look, here's how the deck works, guys. You either get to cast the Myojin for cheap through the commander, or it just gets delayed and happens next turn because you're going to turn all the mana into extra mana anyway. It draws, it ramps, it's nasty. Now, let me mulligan for what I think is a good hand. Now that I just showed you guys what I thought was a mediocre hand. Oh yeah, baby. If this had a mana dork in it, this would be insane. But this is still pretty good. Command Tower for turn, next turn, Scalding Tarn. We're gonna go get Taiga, which is Stomping Grounds, Arcane Signet, Arbor Elf. Oh, baby, a triple. Mirari's Guile, Omnath. We've lost 4 life, or 5 life at this point. Oh my goodness. Next turn, upkeep trigger. We look at the top 3. 1, 2, 3. We can put them back in any order that we want. Sadly, we didn't find a Myojin. Happens. We're going to put back it doesn't matter with this one. So we're just going to put them all back. And that's the one we draw for turn. And then we draw this one from Omnath. We'll play it as our land for turn. We'll tap 2 for Sylvan Library. And then we will make the rest into black mana for next turn. So we're going to save 4 black mana for next turn. Let's get the tracker out here. Next turn, upkeep trigger. Look at the top 3 cards of our library. 1, 2, 3. We didn't find a Myojin. Sadly, we didn't find a fetch either. But the good thing is, pay 8 life, draw all those cards anyway. Who cares? Now, Mirari's Guile triggers. Look at the top 3. We find Verdant Catacombs. Cool. We found a fetch to start being able to fix this. We put the fetch in our hand, we put it on the battlefield, and then we still cast the Myojin from our hand using the 4 black mana plus 3 blue. I don't know what you guys are thinking right now, but this is turn 5, and we're going to have access to an extra 4 black mana next turn, and we just got a Myojin of Cryptic Dreams out, and then we can instantly take the indestructible counter off it to make 3 extra Arcane Signets. Like, y'all, this is crazy, dude. The idea here now is next turn, we look at the top 3, we don't like it, we fetch in response. We go get any land, sure, Watery Grave, shuffles your library. We look at the top 3 again. Cool. We found Invoke Despair. That allows us to add 3 mana to our pool. We'll do it. We'll draw 2, put it on top. Omnath triggers, we reveal Invoke Despair, we get to add 3 more black mana. We have 7 black mana. By the way, everything's untapped on top of that. We have 7 black mana plus everything on our field. Oh yeah, and we lost 3 life for that. Or 4, sorry. We have everything on our field, 7 black mana. We have a land drop for turn. We have 2 mana dorks in our hand, a reanimation spell, Invoke Despair, Soulless Revival, Wear Away. We can entwine the Soulless Revival, and Hideous Laughter. We can do all this in 1 turn right now. I'm really happy with this, y'all. I cooked really hard on this deck. It was such a pleasure to make it. So thankful for you guys and all your support and getting to make something this fun for a job. Now, if you have a deck idea and you would love to see an expert like me build it and show it off on stream and potentially make a video about it, go check out the Patreon. You can get a custom deck built by me every single month and a free roast every month if you do that tier. We have over 120 people on the Patreon now, and in the Discord. It's an amazing community. You do not want to miss out. Plus, we got merch deals now. Next up, we have a special anime MIku deck request from one of our moderators in the Discord, Soul. But it comes with a little bit of a twist. Mango, roll a clip. Gyata, Font of Hope, also known as MIku Font of Pop, says Flying, Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. That means the more angels we can get out, the bigger things get, babe. That's how you do around here. MIku Font of Pop is a mana dork, and it grows all of our creatures, and it's only 2 mana. It's so freaking good. We have 37 angels in deck, or things that create angels and or act as angels and or make us mana, baby. And then of course, Youthful Valkyrie, which is more MIku art, says whenever another angel enters the battlefield under you control, put a +1/+1 counter onto Youthful Valkyrie. This card is absolutely cracked, and we are going to be growing all of our angels very quickly. It is not going to be a slow game. It's going to be a freaking angel feather snowball. But I'm going to talk about some spice cards. You guys know I puked a bunch of angels into this. I think we can understand that. Spice card in this is Defiler of Faith. It says, as additional cost to cast white permanent spells, you may pay 2 life and you get to take off 1 of the white pips. This helps so freaking much. And then whenever you cast a white permanent spell, create a 1/1 white soldier token. Soul, what I'm recommending you do is make the rest of the MIku cast the soldiers, because this deck makes extra soldiers. So just as a thought. And then your Mikus get to be the angel tokens we're creating. Spoiler, we're making a lot of angel tokens. Next, we are going to be looking at some more of the miracle cards. If you guys are familiar with this, so it is a sorcery. We want to be making angel tokens. Late game, we're going to have so much mana and ways to reduce mana costs. And plus, as long as we find this card as a miracle cast, it's going to be massive. It says create X 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying. So late game, if you have like 7 mana on like turn 5, because you have 1 artifact plus your commander, you're gonna make 5 4/4 white angel tokens. So on turn 5, making 5 4/4 flying white angel tokens is pretty good, considering they're all gonna come in with different grading +1/+1 counters for every other angel you already control. They're gonna be huge. And then we have some awesome Gisa Brisella Voice of Nightmares action going on. So much fun. So we have some Haymaker large angels, but I want to get into the spice of this deck. We're making tokens. We've got Entreat the Angels, and then we have Speaker of the Heavens. It says tap, create a 4/4 white angel creature token flying, activate this ability only if you have 7 life more than your starting total. That is very easy to do in this deck because we're playing Sarah Ascendant. It is a human monk, but it says as long as you have 30 or more life, which you're going to, it's commander, it is now a 1 mana 6/6 life link flyer. Instantly, almost instantly activating Speaker of the Heavens on turn 1. So disgusting. We also have Platinum Angel in order to not lose the game. We love that. But again, talking about more tokens, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel token. And then for 6 mana, you can pump Resplendent Angel and it gains lifelink, so you can activate itself to do the thing. Very fun. So let's show off what this deck can do, and I'm going to show you how fast this deck becomes disgusting. Let's restart and make a new hand. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a risky hand, but I kind of love it. We don't have any card draw, but holy crap, we're going to be making very, 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 very cheap angels this game. So I want to try it. Land, go. Land, MIku. Land, Pearl Medallion into any angel that is currently 3 CMC. Sadly, no angel that's 3 CMC in her hand. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Dude. Okay, this is not the correct play. What I'm about to do is not the correct play. I want you guys to know that. I'm not being stupid. It's just cool, so I have to show you. It's turn 4, right? We're gonna do Wind Crystal for the meme. For the meme, okay? Oh my god, we drew the Defiler. It happened. It happened. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay. We're about to vomit our hand so hard, it's gonna make Epicac look like child's play. 1 mana by tapping MIku, Starnheim Aspirant. Our angels now cost 4 less to cast. That means Archangel of Thune, 2 mana. But guess what? We're not gonna do that. As I said, we're gonna do the meme. We're gonna pay 3 for Defiler of Faith. It's time. It's time. Your friends are gonna think you've been doing nothing all game. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're gonna have to hold back this smile. It's gonna be hilarious. We're gonna put all this down here for a second. We're gonna pay 2 life and tap our commander to play a 5 mana angel. It gets a +1/+1 counter on it because there's 1 other angel on the battlefield. And whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. We're then gonna pay 2 mana and 2 life for Archangel of Tithes. It's gonna enter in with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And as long as it is attacking, it cannot be blocked by creatures less than its power. And then we're gonna pay 1 mana and 2 life for a 6 mana Valkyrie Harbinger. So this comes in with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. So we're gonna go to our next turn, play a land, and then when it says whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. We're going to tap out for Heliod's Intervention, and we're gonna gain and pay 2 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna gain 5 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on every creature we control. Add a counter. Swing in like crazy. So this was, like I said, I wanted to do something really funny and cool. It was just fun to vomit, stuff like that. That was just super awesome. We ended up drawing the nuts. It's so super awesome. But that hand obviously didn't do anything until turn 6 and 7. We want something that does something faster than that. That's kind of the point of the deck. We don't want to be sitting here being bored. So when you see something like this where it's like 4 planes, Chroma's Will, Coat of Arms, no. We need angels in hand. There's freaking 33 of them in the deck. I don't know how we didn't get one last time. There we go. Much better. Land for turn, and we have MIku. On this turn, we can do 2 things. I think the best thing to do is play Urza's Incubator, and now our angels cost 2 less to cast, and then we can tap MIku to play Metropolis Reformer. It's an angel. It comes in with a counter on it. And whenever it's dealt damage, you gain that much life. That means if anyone attacks you right now, you get to gain life when you block with it. Next turn, planes, Lyra Dawnbringer, tap 2, Lyra Dawnbringer. Flying, first strike, lifelink. Other angels you get have +1/+1, and they have lifelink. We're going to add 2 counters to it, and we're going to have Bishop of Wings. It says whenever another angel enters the battlefield under your control, gain 4 life. I did that backwards, sorry. And then whenever an angel you control dies, make a 1/1 spirit creature with flying. So we'll have gained the 4 life if I did that correctly. And then we're going to swing in, and this is going to be doing 4 damage, and we're going to gain 4 life. So we're at 48 life currently. Next turn, land, Authority of Consuls, tap, and we get to play Herald of Dawn. It says flash flying. You can't lose the game. Opponents can't win the game. It's a 6/6, and it comes in with 3 freaking counters on it. So it's a 9/9. And then we have 1 mana left over, and we can extort. So our opponents lose a life. We gain a life. We attack in. We gain 4 or more life. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So currently on board, we have 11, 14. We have 22 powered on board on turn 5 and 55 life. And if anything dies, we get to make a token. This is how to play MIku. Just nasty. And again, MIku decks are so much fun. Let's look into the list for a second. We want to be finding some really exciting cards. We didn't find them, sadly, this time. But just to show you what like a very fun game with this deck would be if it ever happens to you real quick. And this has happened to me when I was testing it earlier. Let's say this happens to you next turn, and this has happened to me twice now. It's late game. Entreat of the Angels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna make, and then it's 1 less. We're gonna make 4 angels, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angels out right now. So all of these come in with 6 1/1 counters on them. It's nasty. Last but not least, we have an absolutely nasty theft deck. Rev Tithe Extractor, also known as Small Hand Mom. Roll the clip, Mango. It is time for our next deck. Everybody, it's your favorite mini hand mommy. It's Rev Tithe Extractor. Rev Tithe Extractor says, whenever you attack, target creature gains death touch until end of turn. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Then look at the top card of that player's library, exile it face down. You can cast it for as long as it remains exiled, baby. It is so much fun, but even more fun is reading why you asked me to make you this deck. You said Geneva suggestion for this deck. That means I get to do whatever I want. And then you said whichever you felt was perfect. Ignore colors. I want to be evil and play my opponent's cards. Free reign from Wacky Pizza Man, Rev Tithe Extractor. This deck is best shown by playing it. I don't want to spoil how disgusting it is. Let's show you what happens when you let someone like me build a deck. Draw for turn, land, Blood Pet. Draw for turn, land, Mana Vault, sack, tap, Rev Tithe Extractor. The Mana Vault is now tapped. We're going to tap in, attack, steal a card, make a treasure token. We're going to sack that, tap, make a Dothy Warlord. Defcat, how am I supposed to test this deck if I can't see anything? We're going to steal from the other decks we have been playing. Let's go to, for example, this would be in a game. This is evil. You stole a swamp this time. Boo-hoo. Happens. But it's turn 2. We're attacking in. Let's make 2 more. You got a windfall. Okay. You got a windfall. Oh yeah, you got to draw for turn as well. Sorry. Make 2 treasures. We're going to... Ooh, do we want to cast windfall here? Ooh, I think we do. It'd be pretty fun. Let's cast Windfall. Let's put all this into our graveyard, and we're going to draw 7. We're going to play a land for turn. Ooh, baby. Land, and then we're going to do Nether Trader. We're going to attack in. We're going to get 3 treasures because they cannot be blocked due to shadow, and we're going to steal 3 more cards. Let's look at what we're stealing. From this deck, we're going to get a Go from the Throat. From this deck, we get a land. Happens. And then from this deck, we get a Ledger Shredder. Pretty good. But most of the time, I think we're going to be wanting to cast this Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Sound fun? Turn 4 Sheoldred with 3 unblockable creatures and treasures. I think it's pretty fun, but don't worry. On our upkeep before drawing, we're going to cast a Vampiric Tutor. We're going to go get Reanimate, draw it for turn, cast it, and we're going to reanimate Roaming Throne. Lose 4 life. Gain 2 due to our draw from Sheoldred. Attack in, trigger twice, steal 6 cards, make 6 treasures, and let's see what we got. We got another land. That's okay. Spectacle Binding. Okay. And we're getting an Archivist of Ogma. Then we do it again. We're going to get a Hallowed Fountain, Negate, and a Garruk's Uprising. Ooh, okay. So now we can draw 3 cards through Garruk's Uprising by playing it, play a land. Oh my lord. So much fun. Dothy Voidwalker into Swiftfoot Boots, and we have a Deadly Rollick to cast whenever we want. If you want to truly mess with your friends, we've cooked, my friend. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you some of the spicier cards in this list before we move on, as we did not go over the deck in full. Let me show you what I have done. Ancient Brass Dragon being one of them, allowing you to not only steal the cards from their libraries, we should be stealing it from their graveyards as well, because again, we are going for the ultimate evil supreme mini hand mommy Ragavan Matters deck. Of course, I included my favorite black card in the entire game, Dark Confidant. Well, Yawgmoth Soul is my favorite black card, but Dark Confidant's amazing. You're going to have a lot of black pips in this deck, so I am running Gray Merchant in order for you to gain life, as well as your Sheoldred and your Veto. That way, whenever you gain life, your opponents will lose that much life. Very fun 2-card combo. Scheming Symmetry. God bless, one of your opponents is not going to read your commander. You're going to cast Scheming Symmetry. They're going to put their favorite card on top of their library, and then you're going to steal it. Not only that, let's say you just can't find that card. You know your friend's packing in their deck. Go steal it with Praetor's Grasp. Yoink. Also, welcome, Rashara. I have dyslexia, by the way. Obviously, we have a lot of creatures that we're going to steal from other people that we're not going to care about. There's going to be a random elf. There's going to be a random elephant. There's going to be a random merfolk. sack it to Costly Plunder, sack it to Deadly Dispute, sack it to Culling the Weak, sack it to Village Rites, draw some cards, make some mana, bing bang boom baby. Right, you thought Gonti was good. Rev blows Gonti out of the dang water. Rev might as well walk in, kick him off his seat, and sit down. That basically should have been the art for this card, honestly. Obviously, there's going to be some things we cannot deal with and attack into rarely, so we have sudden spoiling with Split Second in order to turn it into a little O2 baby boy. Get it out the way. We ain't around for that. We want to get around it. It's not our thing. We want to make also it fun to know and terrorize your friends. Now, Wacky Pizza Man, you are going to be able to cast Lantern of Insight, and every player is going to have to play with their top card revealed, and you are going to get to look at everyone's libraries before you steal, so you know who to attack into as long as you don't have 3 attackers, in which case you're going to be attacking into anyone's anyway. Very awesome. Now, if you want a chance for your deck to be featured, join the Patreon. Join us on the journey to becoming the biggest, best deck building channel on the internet. This is all, my friends. God bless and have a good night.